Hi everybody, it's Heather and welcome to my channel, Diamonds and Dragonflies. If you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you found me. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am here today with my weekly whip and chat, but it's going to be a kit up and chat because I'm going to kit up my Michaelina Shaylee while we chat. Now, full disclosure, I am filming this on Saturday, August 2nd, and this isn't going up until Thursday, but that's okay, guys. I have incoming company coming this upcoming Wednesday, and so I've got a lot of things to do to prepare for that. I needed to kit this up, and I didn't do a whip and chat this past week because I had company, which I will share with you in a minute. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and do it as a kit up and kill two birds with one stone. So I hope you don't mind that it is being done so far in advance, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. All right, so I am kitting up Michaelina Shaylee. I am participating in the Micathon this year for the first time, and I am doing Shaylee from Diamond Art Club. I am going to be kitting up into trays and then into a new storage system that I showed on the unboxing of this that went up on Tuesday. So go and make sure that you check this out. I'm a little skeptical. I'm going to use this for confetti drills. So we're going to take a look and we're going to try it out and we're going to see how I like it. The rest I am kitting up into trays. There are 78 colors. There is also all of these over here. I've got this whole big section over here that is enhancements from DP with sparklers because there is an enhancement kit that I'm going to be using. So the very beginning of this, I'm just going to show you what I've done here already. And then we're going to do some swap outs and then we'll get started into the whip and chat portion. Okay, let me zoom out just a little bit. I think I was in a little too close. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut these and I separated them into groupings. So these are all drills that have multiple bags. There are a lot of black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags of black, but it's all outlining, guys. There's no color blocking of black in here, so that'll be okay. Here is all of the specialty drills that came with the kit. So I've got those, oh, excuse me, off to the side. These are drills that were in bigger packets. These are all the small, not you and not you. These are all the small confetti packets here. And then these are all the ones that are in between these two. Okay, so they're kind of like my mid-row. So what I'm thinking is max trays, large trays from Bella, small trays from Bella, and then the confetti system. Plus then I have to fill in with the specialty drills. Now the first thing I'm going to look at here is that for the enhancements, all of these were replacing the whole thing. So I'm going to see if I can find these and swap them out and do those first so that I can swap them out. So the butterfly one, I'm not going to be able to swap out. So I'm just going to lay the pearls in there with it. So let's see here. I'm going to see if I can find any of these colors really quick. 152, that's 336, nope. 309, nope. 38, 58, nope. 37.99. I hope you all are doing well. Oh, here we go, 3802, that's one. So that's one of the ones we need. I hope you all have been doing well. I apologize for the fact that there was not a whip and chat this past week. My daughter, Emily, my youngest, she came home. So she arrived last Friday and she stayed until Thursday of this week. And I don't get to see her a whole lot anymore now that she's all grown up and has a big girl job and has graduated from college and everything. So I took the time to spend with her. I didn't want to spend it, not that I don't care about all of you guys, but it was more important for me to spend time with her than do a whip and chat for you guys. So I hope you understand that and aren't too disappointed in that. I know if the situation was reversed, I would be disappointed in you guys for putting your channel above spending time with your family. So I hope you all understand. 469, okay. 322, okay. All right, I've gone through those two. Let me see if they're, I should have marked these off, but you know, that would have been the intelligent thing to do. $38.57. Emily is starting a new job on Monday. So, very excited about that. She wasn't at her last job very long. There were some ethical issues going on there, and it just wasn't a place where she wanted to be, and I don't blame her. So after she shared with me some of the garbage that was going on, I don't know how they stay in business, to be honest. So she's much better off. With this new job. The only thing that's really a bummer about the new job is it is 45 minutes away. So she's going to have a little bit of a commute, which kind of sucks. But, okay, and I needed that one. All right, now I do think, isn't three, yep, we've got a big one that we're swapping out. Okay, let me make sure that none of these other ones, but I think I have them all now. Nope, this one. So 2 of the big ones are being swapped out. Okay, that is all of our swaps. So let's take care of those first. You know what? Actually, we'll leave those for last. I'll do those last. So let me scoot those over there. And because I want to try and do the specialty drills a little different this time. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. All right, I don't need this for right now. I need my stickers. All right. I'm sorry. I'm like all discombobulated right now. All right. So this time I'm not, for my kit up, I'm not really talking about what I'm doing. I am going to do, okay, I'm going to fill my max trays first. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, and it holds 5 in a max tray. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. And when I have this many bags, I'm only going to put 2. I'm going to put 2 in the max tray, and then the rest of these I will put in my project bag, and I will refill them as needed. The other ones, both bags will go in here. So, all right. So, yes. So, let's see. What happened last week? So, last week was my trip to Philly. I had done my WIP and chat earlier. We left on Wednesday, and my husband and I went to Philadelphia for a comedy show. We had a lovely drive. By the time we got to Philly, the traffic was pretty insane. And I'm glad my husband was driving because I would have lost my mind. I am going to insert at the end of this video, there will be some pictures from our trip of some of the sites and some of the really cool looking buildings and stuff that we came across and we saw while we were on our trip. So I hope you stick around to see those at the end. If you've never been to Philly, there's some pictures of Independence Hall, some other buildings that I'm not quite sure what they were, but the architecture was just absolutely gorgeous. So we took pictures, or I took pictures from the car. We stayed at the Cambria in Philly. It was really nice, guys. It was a very, very nice hotel, very clean, very modern, very chic. So we had a lovely stay at our hotel. It was nice to be able to sleep without the dogs. That was a big plus for us. Oh, good gosh. That tray is like Oh, you know what? That's why. Let's see. I thought I had a nail file in here. I guess I don't. Or I did something with it. Because that should be... Yeah, it's kind of bowed out there. That's why that's stuck. Okay. That's all right. It'll loosen up. We went to a comedy show to see Charles McBee. I've been following him on Instagram for like 2 years now. I absolutely love him. I think he is an amazing comedian. We went to the Punchline Comedy Club in Philly. There were 3 comedians. There was an opening comedian, which he needs to not quit his day job. He was awful. When he was done, I looked at my husband and I'm like, okay, is there something wrong with me? I mean, nobody. The place was packed. It was full. No one was laughing. No one. Not one single person was laughing at the comedy club for this first comedian. He was just not funny at all. The second comedian, who I cannot remember his name, he was hilarious. He was really funny. Really enjoyed him. He was perfect for the audience that was there. And I just really, really, really enjoyed him. He was really good. And then, of course, it was Charles McBee. Now, not only was it exciting to get to see somebody that I've been following, but we got preferred seating, which is right in the front. But the tables then are still not... They're not assigned. So we were the first to arrive. So we got center stage table. So we were right there in the front. He asked me questions. He talked to me. It was really amazing. He was so funny. I really, really enjoyed him. I'm going to have his Instagram linked below. You guys should really go and check him out, especially if you were born in the 80s and 90s. You're really going to appreciate his outlook and his comedy. If you are a child of the 80s and 90s. Yes, I was born in the 70s, but I was a child, like... I was 8 in 1980, so, you know, I consider myself a child of the 80s. So that is what I consider my decade. So he was hilarious. So I will link him below so you guys can go check him out. Give him some love. And let me know if you do. Let me know if you check him out, and let me know if you agree with me that he is absolutely hilarious to listen to. So we got to meet him after the show. Everyone got into a line and you were able to go up and meet him and get your picture taken. So there's a picture at the end of this of my husband and I with Charles. And so that was awesome. It was so cool because when we got up in the line, he put his arms out and he was like, oh, there's my front row energy. He's like, come on, bring it in, girl. And gave me a huge hug. So that was pretty awesome. We chatted. I told him about how every night when my husband and I go to bed, I get on Instagram and we look at some videos. And we always end up watching his latest comedy shtick that he put on his channel. And we go to bed smiling and laughing. We watch him in a bunch of dog videos. And, you know, that's what we do. And it makes us just smile and laugh. And that's how we go to bed, you know. So we go to bed with this nice, warm, fuzzy, you know, feeling and everything. And so that's pretty awesome. All right, my max tray is filled. So now I'm going to start on my large trays. So we went back to the hotel. I took my first Uber there and back. So that was the first time I had ever taken an Uber. So I told my daughter and she was like, oh, welcome to this century, Mom. And I'm like, all right, shut up. So, I mean, honestly, it's really no different from getting in a taxi, which I have done many times in New York City and DC and stuff. but it's the fact that it's just somebody's car, you know, and you get to do the whole thing from your phone, you know, from an app. You don't have to call someone, you know, or hail down one or anything like that. So that was really cool. And I know you're all sitting there going, oh my God, Heather, really? But yes, really. So this is all new to me. So we went back to the hotel. My husband and I had a wonderful evening together, and we slept like babies. We got up and we headed home on Thursday. My daughter had her interview on Thursday, and she called me while we were on our way home and told me that it went really, really well, that she would know Monday or Tuesday and if she got the job, and that she had decided that she was going to come home for a while. She wasn't sure how long. It would all depend on whether she got the job or not. And she was going to come home Friday, the next day, and stay for a while. So she showed up Friday around 1 o'clock, and or I guess more like 2 o'clock. It was more like 2 o'clock. She showed up. We worked on the art room some, fixing it and organizing it. Then she went to her dad's to go have dinner with her father, and she spent the night there because he was having a wine party. So Kirk and I just kind of hung at the house, just the two of us. We didn't do anything. Well, Friday night we went and saw Fantastic Four. Oh my God, I almost forgot that. So we went to see Fantastic Four Friday night. I really enjoyed it. The verdict is out with my husband. I think he wants to go see it again to make up his mind. He didn't hate it, but he's not sure that he loved it either. So I don't know if we're going to do that or not. But I really enjoyed it. It's very different from the other Marvel movies because this is more defense than offense kind of thing. They take more time, you know, they're different types of Marvel heroes, superheroes, you know, they're brainiacs kind of deal. Yes, they have powers and stuff now, but it's not the same as, they're not the Thors and the Captain Americas and the Incredible Hulks, you know, and stuff of the, you know, superhero world. So, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was done really well. I thought Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby were amazing in their roles. So I really, really enjoyed it. But then I liked the original Fantastic Four movies, which everybody hated. So, you know, supposedly that they bombed. So, you know, what do I know? I just know what I like, and I liked it. So we did that. And then Saturday we just hung at the house. We watched some TV later that night. We watched Happy Gilmore, and we watched a few episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Kirk's been watching that, and I sat and watched a few episodes with him. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not a really big Star Trek person, but I actually really enjoyed it. I got quite a lot of enjoyment out of that series. Sunday, Emily came back, and we went on a documentary binge. We watched, I want to say like 8 or 9 documentaries over the next few days. We watched a documentary about Waco, about the Boston Marathon bombing. We watched a JonBenet cold case. We watched Chris Watts documentary. We watched Gabby Petito. I think that's how you say her last name. We watched that. We watched one on the Menendez brothers. I know I'm forgetting somebody. I can't think of who I'm forgetting right now. Maybe it'll come to me. So, but we watched, you know, quite a few documentaries. We've really gotten into that. And then she went home on Thursday. Wednesday, we started watching The King and I. I've been introducing Emily to Broadway musicals. We watched Sound of Music a year or so ago, and she loved it. So I had wanted her to see The King and I, but it was not available for streaming. Well, it is now. So we streamed The King and I, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She was crying at the end when I don't want to ruin it, but you know, the end of the, if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's really awesome. Yul Brynner is fantastic. It was such a great movie. They did do a modern day version of it called Anna and the King. That one's not a musical, with Jodie Foster and Chow Yun-fat, I think is his name. I might be saying that wrong. I apologize if I am. But that was really, really good. Okay, this is the first time I've ever had ecru, and it just says ecru. So that is a first for me. I've never had a kit that has ecru in it, and it's just written that way. So that's kind of cool. I wonder why they didn't bother to give it a DMC number. I don't know, but pretty cool. That I've been diamond painting for 4.5 years, and that's the first time I've ever had that. All right, so that was all in that pile. I still have 6 available to me, so I'm kind of looking to see which ones here are, you know what? Let me look at which ones I'm swapping out that are big. All right, do I have 6? There's 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay, so I have 6 that are, so we'll do these swaps now. All right, so 3778. So this is what I do. I find the number, the sticker. So we're going to put the corresponding sticker on here, 3778, because I need the symbol. But then I look over here, and we're swapping that out for sparklers of Peach Blossom. So let me find the Peach Blossom. Here we go. Peach Blossom Sparklers. So I'm going to cut open this bag. And we're going to pour it in here to replace the 3778. Come on. There we go. I'm going to throw that away. So then this one I'm going to put in my project bag. So I put that in my project bag so I know it was a swap out. All right. So then we've got 718, which that is being replaced with Metallic Fun Fuchsia. So I was really sad to see her go. She needed to get some work done on her car, so she's been taking care of that. She got everything taken care of to start on Monday. She starts her orientation at her new job. I got to be with Boo Boo. She brought my grand dog home with her. And so it was nice having Boo Boo here. Her name is Juno, but I call her Boo Boo G. It's a long story. Atlas was a pain in the ass the whole time. Emily comes home and he's so excited, but he looks at her and he sees a play toy. And so that's how he treats her. So he was a little unruly the whole time she was here. Very needy, very barky, very, you know, if Juno got anywhere near his stuff, he threw a fit, and, you know, it was like, come on. So he was being a very spoiled little brat and stuff the whole time. Rhea was fine, as usual. She's always fine. 469. Okay. But, you know, then Emily had to leave on Thursday. You know, they say that it gets easier the more times your kid leaves. I disagree. I think it gets harder every time she leaves, because now that she's an adult and she's, you know, done with college, I never know when she's going to be home again. You know, she has a job. She has a house. She rents a house with her 2 college roommates, and, you know, she has a whole life in West Virginia. She doesn't live here anymore. That was really hard for me when I saw her West Virginia license, and it, you know, it was the fact that she is officially a West Virginia resident now. That was really hard for me. So it's been a transition, and it gets harder and harder every time she comes home and then every time she leaves. At this point, I don't think I'm going to see her again until October. She usually comes home for her father's Halloween party. So provided that he is still doing that, I assume she'll be home for that. All right, 413, we're replacing with charcoal. Okay. So, you know, I guess we'll see what we see. Normally, I only get a drive-by when she comes home in past years. So I don't know if she'll actually be able to take a little time, like maybe an extra day or so, that I can get at least a day with her. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. At least I know I think her 90 days will be up August 1st to September to October. No, it won't be until November 1st that her probationary period will be over. So I don't know how that'll work. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if she's forbidden to take time off during her probationary period. Her last job she earned it and accrued it, but she couldn't take any. So I guess we'll have to see if that works or not. I don't know what the rules and everything are for the new job. So I might not actually get any quality time with her until Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I guess we'll see. William is doing fine. He's excited. He's almost paid off another credit card. He's doing really, really great at work. Hanging with his friends. He's getting ready to go on a beach trip later this month. So he's excited about that. Kirk is doing great. He's completed one of his classes for the summer. So he's got one of his summer classes is completed and fully took his final. He's got one more final this week to do. I'm going to put these in here. They're falling all over the place. So I'm sticking them in. I don't want to get them mixed up and go, why do I have this? Because I won't remember. All right. So now I'm going to start on the, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. On the ones that are going to go, these that are going to go in the small tower. So we're going to get that one out. I want to do the new tower last. So I'm trying to get everything chatted about and stuff and you guys all updated before I get there. Rhea's got an infection. Well, not an infection. She's got a rash underneath both of her arms. So I've put her back on Apoquel and giving her some Rimadyl for inflammation and pain. And I had gotten really bad. I had put them on a probiotic and then I got bad. I had some, bad health days and then I stopped giving it to them, and I'm trying to get back into the habit of giving them their probiotic every day. So I'm working on that. I've gotten kind of laxed about a lot of things lately that I need to get done. I've got so much stuff to mail out. I have prizes to mail out from events back in May, and this is ridiculous. I feel horrible. If you want a prize, a Diamonds and Dragonflies prize, please know that it is coming. I am determined that I'm going to get it done this week. I'm having company, like I said, on Wednesday. So one of my Diamond Tribe members is coming and staying for about a week. She arrives on Wednesday and she goes home the following Tuesday. I am so excited. Allison is one of my best friends that I've made through the Diamond Tribe. She's coming and staying at my house. She's going to help me with the art room. She's going to help me get everything packed and shipped out. We're hoping to go to the beach. We're going to have a great time. I am so excited for her coming. She is, I've touched on this before, that the Diamond Tribe, which is my Patreon members, we have a chat and we do Zooms. We have a messenger chat and a Facebook group that's specific for us. And during one of our Zooms, we were all complaining, all of those of us that were married were complaining about our husbands. And so we decided that we were all getting tribe wives. Now, not everyone has a tribe wife, and we've got to get that rectified. But my tribe wife is Allison. And Allison and I have really gotten close. And I'm super excited that she's coming. I'm super excited that my husband is going to get to meet my tribe wife. It's actually kind of funny. I am a Washington Commanders fan, if you did not know. And she is a Dallas Cowboys fan. We are natural rivals. And so it's become really fun during the football season. And it's exciting because while she's here is going to be the first preseason game for the Commanders and the first preseason game for the Cowboys. So Friday night, we're going to be watching the Commanders. And then Saturday night, we're going to be watching the Cowboys. So that should be a lot of fun. She got me a blanket last year for Christmas that has half Redskins, Commanders on it, and half Cowboys, and it says House Divided. So I love it. So I'm really excited for her trip. I'm really excited for her visit. I'm thrilled to death that I'm going to get to actually spend time with her in person. She will be the first member of the Diamond Tribe that I have actually met face-to-face. Now, I did meet Morin. She is no longer a member of the Diamond Tribe, but I had met Morin, and she wasn't at the time when she came out. She became a member later. I don't really know what's going on with her. We've kind of lost touch. I've tried to reach out a couple of times, but unfortunately, she has not responded to any of my text messages or my phone calls. So I'm hoping that everything is okay and that she's fine. So Lorene, if you are watching, please just reach out and let me know you're okay. I'd really appreciate it because I have been really worried about you. I've been really, really concerned. So, so yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on in my real life. I've been in a lot of pain past few days, physical pain. I think my back is flaring up, comes and goes at times. I've also been having some more increase in nerve pain, whereas I hadn't been having any for a while. So it just happens, you know, different things, environment, climate, that all can cause flare-ups. And I just think I've been having, you know, a flare-up. And hopefully it will stop and I will be able to fully enjoy the time that I have with Allison while she's here. I'm not going to want to let her go. I can already tell you that. I'm going to have to hide her, you know, ID so she can't go back. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on in my real life. Diamond painting life. I got a lot done in July. I completed a lot of kits. I completed all but one of the kits that I started in the month, and it's almost done. So I will definitely be able to finish that one this month. I am kind of taking a break in August, not from diamond painting, but just from new projects, events. The only event I am participating in is the Micathon. Now, the Diamond Tribe has a paint-along that we do every month, and I paint along with that. So my Notre Dame kit actually qualifies for our paint-along. It's a summer-themed, and it was deemed that that was a summer-type image. So that actually counts for that one. So I'm going to be working on that. I do have another WIP that I started, Sunlit Serenity, that I didn't do much on. I do want to get the enhancement pack though and restart. I only did 2 squares. I'm hoping that I can figure out what colors for those squares and I can just pull off the drills and replace them if I need to. If not, I guess I just won't do the enhancement kit. I'm on a no-buy I have not purchased anything from a small shop since I got that storage set. And that was 2 weeks ago, I guess. I ordered it. It came in beginning of last week. So I got myself a little overextended again. So I'm trying to rectify that situation. And so I am not purchasing anything now. I have a better stash count. It's still not 100% complete. It is probably 97% complete. I have to just make sure that there's a few kits here and there that did not make it into my gems flow that I need to add. So hopefully I will get that rectified with Allison here. Sorry, I had like a frog in my throat there. But I am over 500 kits in my stash. I always said 500 was going to be my max. So I really want to try and get some stuff done before I add anything else to my stash. I made it through this week with Diamond Art Club. There was no new releases that I wanted. The Star Wars kits are awesome, but we're not a big enough Star Wars fans that I'm not going to do Star Wars kits and hang them in my house. So I'm not... They're real cool, and I think they're awesome for anyone, you know, that is into Star Wars and wants to, is a super fan. That's fabulous and great. But not something I want to do. I do want to start doing some more minis. I haven't done, I mean, I did do one set in July, but I was doing them, you know, like every month, and I haven't really done any. I haven't done a paint gem set in quite a while. So I do want to try and get back to doing those more often. I've been thinking about what I want to do for next year. Do I want to set goals? Do I want to have a wish list of things that I'd like to do? You know, I don't know. I've got a lot of things that are floating around in my head. You know, this year my goals were to not have any goals, and I've stuck to that. So I've challenged myself on a few things, but you know, I have managed to not have any serious goals for this year, and I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. One of the things that bugs me is when people set goals and then they just abandon them. And I've seen a couple content creators do that this year, and I'm like, why did you bother to set a goal if you had no intention of following through with it? You know, just because you're not going to meet it, just see how far you get. You know, maybe you won't end up as far off as you think you are, or, you know, or change your goal. You know, if you said, well, you know, I had wanted to do X amount of kits this year, but I think this is more realistic. You know, life happens. Things happen. That I don't necessarily think you need to just abandon your goals. But, you know, who am I to say? I did in kitting or cleaning out the art room some with Emily. I did go and pick out a kit that I had started as a WIP last year, Ghostly Goodnight by Bonnie White. I pulled that out, and I'm going to try and finish that WIP this month. That'll be another WIP from 2024 that I have completed. So I think that would make 3 of my WIPs from last year that I have completed if I get it done. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, so I guess that's really all that's going on. Next month starts the Wickedly Witchy Halloween event that I am hosting on my Diamond Tribe Patreon. There's a post that went up about it on Diamonds and Dragonflies. You do have to be a paid member. You only have to be a $5 member in order to participate. And give me a second. I'm trying to find a small number here that I can swap out. Okay, that was the crystal I did. Okay. It's a lot of fun. Creations Morin has done a tray and putty holder duo for us with the logo. There's going to be a trinket tray that you can get to use for it. There will be weekly prizes. There will be a grand prize. It's going to be really, really cool and really, really awesome. And there won't be a ton of people, so you actually stand a good chance of winning. So give it some thought. Do you want to do a Halloween event that you know you stand a chance of winning a prize, and that's a smaller group and where you can make some friends and find a new online family community to be a part of? Then, you know, don't hesitate and come join us. All right, I finished that. And I'm pretty much done with the chatting about stuff. So let's focus on setting and using this system. Okay, so if I understand this correctly, there's the funnel in here that I'm going to pour the drills in, and then I will need to move and relocate that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the bottom because those top ones just do not want to come out. So we're going to start here. I'm going to take this one out for a moment. So I'm going to stick this one. All right. So let's do it this way. 168. Why is 168 in here? That should not be in here because that is pearls for squares. Okay, so I need to take that one out. All right. I'm hoping I didn't miss any others. All right, so 801. So let me get the 801 sticker. So we've got that. I'm going to put that, will it fit? Not the number. All right, so we're going to cut off the 30 because I don't really need that part. So we're going to get rid of that. So we've got the number, so we're going to put it in here. And then we're going to cut this. And then I'm going to pour it into here. And then it's in there. Okay, cool. So then we're going to put that one down there. All right, let's do another one. So 3807. And I'm just cutting off the legend number because I don't even use that. So we will get rid of that. Spin this around. Put that in there. Put that up there. Now, obviously, this isn't the same as kitting up into trays because I'm not going to be diamond painting out of these little drawers. I did not cut this all the way through. Hold on. All right, there we go. Perfect. But I will use my Micathon tray that I showed in the unboxing for that. All right, 437. So far, my biggest complaint, and the only negative thing that I can see about this system right now of utilizing this, because you can buy parts and then there's like a wedge and you can add them and attach them all to make like a huge system. If you need, you know, more colors. My big thing and my problem that I see with this is the fact that it's just not very cleaned up. I think she needs to take a little more, pay a little more attention to you know, just cleaning up the 3D printed, making sure there's no strings hanging from it and, you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's kind of minor. 3803. So that's not, you know, like a make it or break it type of situation. I don't know how I'm going to like this. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll hate it. I don't know. I will let you know though. So stay tuned for updates and I will let you know what I think of this. So but we added another international person to our diamond tribe. So we now have someone from Switzerland, which was really cool. So that was super neat to add another person from the EU. Now I just need someone from Asia, Africa, Australia. I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I don't really want to say anything because I'm afraid I'm going to jinx it if I do, but I really haven't had the S word with these drills. And that has been pretty freaking amazing. So I don't know why. I don't know what is different. It wasn't horrible with Notre Dame Nights when I kitted that one up. There was some, but it wasn't terrible. I've got to get ahead on filming. I feel like I'm always chasing my tail and stuff here. So I really need to get ahead on that, get some videos, you know, filmed and put up. There is the possibility that next week will be kind of light until the end of the week because of the fact that Allison is going to be here. I don't want to take time out from while she's here to film. So now we are hoping that there will be a video that will be a tour of the redone art room. So keep your fingers crossed that we're able to do that. I am planning on filming my pen stash video. And it's possible that I might start my kit stash videos and show some of my kits in a stash, but we shall see how things go. I just have days that I just cannot film. You know, I'm stiff, I'm sore, I'm in pain. My mental health is not there. I feel like with my mental health, I've been kind of on a roller coaster. Like I'll have some good days and then I have some bad days. Things with Kirk and I have been better. So I think the trip to Philly was a big help with that. And it's kind of frustrating because I've been talking. Oh, see, that's the stuff I was afraid of with these. All right, let me get these all back in here. All right, gonna have to be super careful when pulling these out. So that is like a mental note to myself. that I'm going to need to be super, super cautious when I'm doing that. But I had mentioned before that I thought we needed to take a trip, even if it was just a day trip, you know, that we needed to get out of the house, to change the scenery. But he was kind of poo-pooing that, but I think he's glad that we did it now. He had a really good time. It was nice to see him laugh and smile the whole evening at the comedy club. So that was pretty amazing, pretty awesome. He hasn't been doing so well. We had to go to urgent care this past week. He's got a rash. We're not quite sure how he got it. At first we thought it was poison ivy, but it's not. So the doctor put him on some medication and stuff for it. And he itches a lot, but he was starting to feel a little better. The rash was actually causing like physical pain, and that has ceased. But I mean, it's a 3-week dose of medication. So that's pretty crazy. So hopefully he will be feeling better. He was actually home the entire time Emily was here. He works from home on Mondays and Fridays, and then Tuesday the rash appeared, and so he did go to work for part of the day, but ended up coming home because he felt so crappy and was in so much pain. So he ended up being home the rest of the time that Emily was here, which was funny because they really didn't do anything together. They barely talked to each other. Not because of anything, just because Kirk kind of stays, he's a loner, so he stays secluded in the office, his man cave. I mean, technically my computer's in there too, but I'm rarely in there. So, it's starting to get hot in here, guys. I turn off the air conditioning when I film because it's so loud. I have window units, and it's really starting to get warm in here because it's been off for a couple hours now. So I'm getting close to the end here. I only have a few more of these to do, and then I just need to do the enhancement ones. Yeah, see, some of these do not want to come out. Where is my pliers? And yeah, this will not come out. And I don't... Okay, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I mean, that's going to cause like a huge crash. Will it fit in others? Okay, so maybe it's just that hole, or it was stuck. I don't know, but that's my biggest fear with utilizing this system here. Plus, I will say this was really expensive, and I expected it to be a lot bigger. So I can definitely say I will not be adding on to it. I haven't decided whether or not... I prefer just kitting up into my trays, but it was a new system. I hadn't seen anyone else have it, and I thought it would be... You guys would appreciate me trying it out and seeing it. This might be great for someone else, but I like kitting up into my trays or Elizabeth Ward, and I think that's where I'm going to stay. I'm not overly fond of this. I actually might end up transferring this to just trays and not utilizing this, but I do want to at least try it out for a little bit and see what I think of it. I just don't feel like my drills are going to be super secure for starters, And it's so difficult to pull them out. I just see this causing a really big mess. And that will really aggravate me. I'm going to be really aggravated if utilizing this system causes me to spill drills. I will not be a happy camper. Not at all. So, you know, we'll see. We shall see. I definitely will give some feedback to the maker and let her know my thoughts and stuff on the system. She is only selling out of her Facebook group right now, which I'm not usually a fan of buying things that way either. But, you know, I've been struggling trying to find some new shops to try out. And when I saw the new system, I was like, well, let me go check her out. So my Micathon tray is from her as well. So I am looking forward to trying that out. It's a different shape and style and design from any of the other trays I've had. I'm not looking at starting new tray collection, but I do like to get the event trays from different events as like a souvenir. All right, so I have everything kitted up except for the specials. And I don't want the specials in here. I want to put them in... Well, you know what? No, maybe I will put the specials in here. Let me do the Diamond Art Club specials. So these are all the Diamond Art Club specials. So let's put those in first. Because I do think I have space to put all of these. And then we'll do the enhancement kit in another tower. All right. I need to find a vet. We had our vet that we loved, and our vets decided to move to another. We were still taking them to Maryland to the vet. And our vet decided to move to another practice that was even further away. And we were like, okay, we can't do that. That's too far to go. Can't do that. So, we changed back, or we left, and we have to find a new vet. Every vet that was recommended to me is no longer like, they're not taking new patients. So I'm like, lovely. So I need to find new vets for the dogs. Right now, we've just been taking them to Petco to get their shots, but that's not what I want. And especially with them being 6 and 5, they need, you know, like regular care. So I need to find a new place that we can take them. So that is on my to-do list for the month of August, is find new vets. $37.46. We're almost done, guys. I have 4 more of the enhancements that came, and then I have to do the swaps. So, or the rest of the swaps, I should say, because I've done some of them. All right, that was a pretty big bag. Well, that still fit. Okay. That's good to know. So you can put a fuller bag in here. Oh my gosh. Well, they're static of the bags. They don't want to stay in their thing. All right, $9.76. I'm almost done. We've got 3 more of these, and then the DP with Sparklers enhancements. This kit up has taken much less time than Notre Dame Nights did, and it had fewer drills. because of the fact that I had a crap ton of static. I was kind of disappointed that that kit did not come with a lot of enhancements. I think it only had 4 total. I added some of my own from my stash. Some of them I couldn't because the colors were way off. The dye lots from DP with Sparklers to the dye lot of the Diamond Art Club ones, it was just like super different. So I didn't want to take away the overall appearance of the kit. So I didn't want to go with colors that were a lot lighter, because that was always the case. The DP with Sparklers were way lighter than the ones that came with Diamond Art Club. Okay, that was a bit of a mess. Yeah, it spilled all over the top. So that was a pretty full one as well. All right, one left. $4.70. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get rid of that. They're all falling out and they're all over the place. It's driving me bonkers. Oh my God, come on. I'm also getting impatient. I need to get this done. I have Zoom coming up and with the tribe. So I hope you guys decide to give joining the Diamond Tribe a chance. We've got bingo on the 17th, 31st. We're doing Family Feud. We have 3 weekly Zooms and then the 2 game nights. And I got all that done, guys. So all of the drills are, oh, see? Oh, that's really making me nervous, guys. Really, really, really making me nervous. All right. So now I have, oh my God. See, I put it all in here, but these do not want to stay. And I'm not done yet because I got to do the swaps. So I'm going to get my thing here. I've got this. Where's the... All right. Hopefully I still got everything I need and I didn't miss any. All right. So 168. Here's 168. Is that 168? Okay, 168. So where do I want to... All right, we'll use these for these little ones. I don't feel like cutting that off. I'm just going to wrap it around. So we're going to put these in here. So I didn't have any static until I got to the DP with Sparklers. All right. Usually the hot breath does the trick. I mean, it's not also, I don't have to put this whole bag in here. There we go. All right. So we've got that one. All right. And then we've got 3838 is 798 AB pearls. All right. Oh, and I noticed I am going to have to cut these off because wrapping them around, it didn't stick right. And so it's now hanging off of the tray. It didn't wrap around. All right. Let me just cut it off. I don't need to get stuck and cause an issue. All right. And yes, you might be saying, Heather, isn't that a square kit? Why are you putting round enhancements on? Just trust the process, guys. Trust the process. It will be amazing. It gives it depth. It gives it dimension. It is... This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, I can't use these top ones at all. I'm going to have to message her and let her know that these top ones I can't even use. They will not come out. All right, so we've got some in there. So that's full. So let's set that to the side. And then I'm just going to use this large tray. So 223 is another one of our pearls for squares that we're switching. So let me get 223. Put that on here. All right, so we've got that one done. Then, okay, 322 is a blue. I don't want to put it in a blue one. Where's 322? I put 322 in a thing somewhere. Okay, so I screwed that up. Yep, here it is. I forgot to pull this one out. So this is supposed to be a... Oh, no, I did it right. This is the fairy dust. Okay, I already did that one. Okay, shoo! All right. Sorry about that. Freaking out. All right, 33, 33. Okay, that one I haven't done. And it's going to be swapped out for 3746 glitter. Now, I am not going to dump. I don't need a big thing for that because I do have 2 bags, but I'm just going to dump one in at a time. And then I can just fill it up. So we're just going to do that. Peach Blossom I did. Moss I did. I have secondary bags for some of these. All right. We did the charcoal. We did the moss. We did the metallic. We did that. We did the red wine. So 355 glitter. I must have already did that. Did I do that one? Let me just make sure I've got the right. No, this one I messed up. Okay. So this is 355. And it's supposed to be 355 glitter. So I messed that up. So I'm grabbing the baggies from the toolkit that came with Mica Gelina. And I'm just going to grab a baggie. And I'm going to pour these drills into it. Okay. And I'm just going to write on them for right now. 355. I'm going to toss it in there, but I need the 355. Oh my God, I'm stupid. Oh my God. No, this is right. 3830 is being traded out for 355. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh, yes, I am. But I don't have... Did I do this right? No. Okay, I still made the screw up. I just grabbed the wrong color for doing the screw up. Okay. So we're actually going to, you know what? Let me just get a different bag because I don't want to confuse myself. All right, so this is 3830. You know, typically I do the enhancements first, and I think I should have just done that. Because I made a mess. So don't do as I do. Do your enhancement swaps first, and then kit up everything else. All right. Looks like there's a stowaway in there. All right. All right, 3837 I didn't do yet. And we're swapping that out for 3837 Crystal. And then I should just have 3853. Okay, which how I'm going to do 3853 because it's only the butterflies and flowers that we're changing this one. So I am actually going to put the standard color in, but then I lay this inside. That tells me that I have to do something special with it. And let me get this. And then guys, that's it. We're done. I'm out of stickers and I'm out of drill packs. So we did it. Very, very cool. Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to store this when I'm not working on this one. Now this will be a primary kit I'm working on because this is the only event I'm doing this month. But yeah, so this is really cool, guys. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. It's my first mica. Got all of those put away. I need to empty my trash. It's overflowing over here. I'm going to pull out my sticker to keep. And we are set and ready to go now. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me with this whip and chat and with the kit up of the Mica Gelina and checking out this new system. Stay tuned. I will let you know what I think about it as I get further into it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, a like if you like this video. Leave me a comment. Have you done this kit? Have you done an enhancement set? What do you think of the new storage thing? Are you doing the Micathon? And as always, guys, remember that without the dark, we never get to see the stars. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Love y'all. Bye. Hi, Ray. She's like, Mom, I do not understand what it is that is happening right now.
You're not, shut up. You're not. Yes, I love you. Give it! Stop!
So this needs to be captioned. How many people does it take to get a stick away from Woo? Not 0. All it takes is one woman.